Welcome back to the Ice Sports Centrum in Tilburg in Brabant in the Netherlands, the southern part of the Netherlands. Day 2 beginning, officially day 2 of the ISU Short Track World Tour. Stop number 5. It is, of course, repechage session in the mornings, all getting set up for the World Tour session this afternoon. And 2 races yesterday, finishing within 0.02 of a second, giving us a taste of things to come. Gavin Day, Tyler Dara here, and Tyler, what more can come today?
What more can come? I don't know if we can get more dramatic than that. We had some fantastic racing yesterday. Of course, we're going to be action-packed again today. So, I don't know, let's just stay buckled up and stay tuned. It's going to be fun to watch.
I think the whole point of this sport is we can't predict what's going to happen today.
No, don't ask me to predict what's going to happen today.
It's going to surprise us in some way. Look at this morning schedule: women's 1500 and 500 and the men's 1000. And then we will get set up later on for the afternoon session. And yeah, if you have a chance to watch particularly that women's 3,000 meter relay final, it is one that you can watch again and again and again. It is the women's 1500 meter quarterfinals that will be coming up first. We're going to grab just a quick breather before we get started with the action. The athletes still not out on the ice just yet.
Zelfs ik, ja meneer denkt gewoon, rustig aan, rustig klappen, rustig klappen. En dan ook de hand een klein beetje hoger en dan klappen 2 zo snel, zo simpel is het. Ja, heel goed, nou top, je bent in fantastische conditie. Hoogste tijd om jullie over te geven aan mijn wedstrijdspiekers, dames en heren. Ik mag daar gelijk even een heel groot applaus voor geven, want zij praten jullie de hele dag door alle mooie sport heen hier zo. Weten alle ins en outs van het, weten van welk soort water het ijs gemaakt is. Weten of we links of rechts omgaan, dames en heren. Dus ik zou willen vragen, nu we toch een klein beetje wat klappen in de vingers hebben, maak ze even de handen even vrij en geef ze een heel groot applaus voor mijn collega's Justin van Zutphen en Jan van der Meulen.
Ja, dank jullie wel, Tilburg. Thank you very much, all our non-Dutch speaking short track friends from all over the world. Very happy to have you here. We're about to start our morning sessions, the repechage quarterfinals. Since I can imagine that everybody who's around here knows what it's all about, but still, in Dutch, we're going to explain, as you see, the schedule of events on the big screen, what's all going to happen today. We have a morning session, and the morning session with the repechage quarterfinals. 2 magnificent days already here in Tilburg, Ice Sports Centrum, province of North Brabant, province of Carnaval in the Netherlands, and also these 3 days, the capital of short track speed skating. Gaan we zo aan beginnen aan de herkansingsfinale. En Justin, alle mensen die er nu zijn, die weten dat op zich wel, maar voor de zekerheid even, waar gaan we het ook weer over?
Officials in position, ready to go. The door opens, the skaters come out, and so we'll just run through what is in order here. Repechage quarterfinals, 4 heats, every single one of them bar 1. The last heat has 6 skaters, all the others have 5. First and second from each race, and up to 4 of the fastest third place skaters qualify for the repechage semifinals. Of course, they put that caveat in there because up to 4 fastest third place skaters. If there are advancements, then it starts to wipe out those third place times. So 2 automatic qualifiers from each heat. First heat, you see the roster, the starting order in heat number 1: Nicola Mazur, Valentina Askic, Gabriela Topolska, Lisa Eckstein, Miroslava Selyakova. So 2 from Poland, 1 from Croatia, 1 from Germany, and 1 from Ukraine. There is a look at Valentina Askic in that all-new Croatian Dalmatians kit.
Go to the start. Ready.
And based on the first strides, this is not a quick heat.
Well, this 1500 meter only has 5 skaters, so that's a bit of a smaller field than you're used to seeing in a 1500 meter, where we're upwards of 8 at times. So with only 5 in the field, 2 advancements, you know, you can sit back a little bit more in 3rd and 4th early and not be too concerned about getting too far back from a qualifying position. So skaters may be taking the approach where, you know, they're just going to let it ride out a little bit. They're not going to panic in the back. So it kind of changes the dynamic of this race.
And if all the heats stay clean, then 3rd place would get through. But it is Eckstein on the front right now.
The countries have new names.
Askic of the Dalmatians, Bosnian-born skater. Lives in Zagreb now. Keeping an eye for the 2 Polish hussars as Gabriela Topolska hits the front. Pardon me, that's Nikola Mazur. Topolska's right at the back. Heartbreak for the women's Polish hussars team in the relay yesterday, just getting beaten for the bronze medal, finishing 4th.
And I think it was 2,000ths they lost by to the USA Eagles yesterday in that 3,000 meter relay final.
Next week, Olympic test event Milano, and the decisions in the crystal globe.
Still Mazur on the front.
His pace is going to start to pick up now. Here comes Topolska on the outside. We're entering 5 laps to go here. They've had a slow start, so they got some energy in the legs.
A lot of matches left to burn as Askic leads the way.
Inside 4 laps, really when you want to position yourself up at the front. We see Topolska doing that now.
There's Topolska, Askic, Eckstein moving up the outside, trying to get into 3rd spot there. And in fact does. And 2 to go.
Selyakova falling off the back a little bit, so now we only have 4, and again, it could be these top 3 all going through, if barring no advancements here.
It is Topolska just keeping the rest of the field off her back, taking the heat. Askic 2nd, Eckstein in 3rd. So 1 clean heat.
So the first 3 heats here all have 5 skaters. The 4th heat will have 6. So as I mentioned earlier, that somewhat changes the race dynamic of this 1500.
They're not the swiftest of openings, but that's the nature of the 1500. Every race is very different stories in each race.
It's the most strategic race between the 3. Being that it's the longest race, there's the most opportunity. You generally have more skaters in the race, but the 500 meters pretty straightforward. You're never going to start off slow in that race. There's some small strategies you can take in a 500. Maybe if you go quick to the first block and you win the start, you might slow down a little bit in the corner to create some congestion behind you and then re-accelerate on the exit, but it doesn't get too complicated. Whereas in the 1500, you're balancing, do I go for the lead? Am I going to go for the time? You know, you have to manage these things. What are my competitors going to do? Who's in my race? What are their strategies typically?
Second heat out on the ice. There is Kanai Rika, the Japanese ninjas. We also saw a look of Hyojin Kim, the Australian racing roos, also in the heat. Petra Vankova, Deanna Michalchuk, and Hedvig Hilde from Norway.
Go to the start. Ready.
The slow reaction gun, almost in unison. Stride, 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 off we go.
usually you have a pretty good idea it's not going to start too quickly here. So you can see the ready positions don't look quite as ready there.
Don't need to be bursting off the line.
Yeah, they look quite calm and relaxed on that ready position.
Although I would wholly endorse if someone did just go. Usually when there is the rare attack in a 1500, it's usually a couple laps in. I would just love to see someone fly off the line and see what happens.
Well, we had Lucas Wareham give that attempt right this weekend. Always fun to see.
There's Vankova on the front.
So traditionally in short track, this is a few years ago now, but we used to have warm-up sessions. So prior to the competition starting, there'd be an opportunity for the athletes to hit the ice, get a feel for the ice, do a little bit of skating, help warm them up. Now with the competition being such long days, so many skaters in the field, they've eliminated that warm-up session. So the first time the athletes will touch the ice on the day is when they go to the line for a race. So these 1500s and the repechage sometimes work to their advantage of having that opportunity to skate. But again, though, they haven't skated yet today, so that may be why we're not seeing them come out guns a-blazing right away, too.
We did see as things go along, as is always the case in these events, just the wear and tear on the ice there, the trouble spots that pop up. And now they're getting to sort of feel it out as Hyo-Jin Kim hits the front. She is the top seeded skater in this field. Got into the World Tour session in Beijing in the distance. Originally from Korea, now a member of the Racing Ruse. A three-member team, almost a mixed relay side for Australia.
Soon, soon.
That's the hope, isn't it?
That's right. Well, we're getting inside the final 3.5 laps, so I expect to see maybe Vancouver Kanai look to make a move here. The pace isn't too quick just yet, 10.5.
Kanai sitting in second, and Vankova is perhaps sizing up a move, and there is Kanai Rika trying to go around the outside. Kim is holding them off on the inside. Vankova. Unfortunate for her. Now Kim trying to save some speed as Kanai Rika is off into the distance at the bell. Kim getting back up to speed. That's going to be our first video review of the day. Hedvig Hilda of the Norwegian Vikings perhaps coming up to snatch second. And I think she does in the end.
That's close. I'm not sure who got that between Hilda and Kim, but we'll watch for the photo finish. Any guesses, Gavin?
I think Hilda got it.
Okay, I might go with Kim. We'll see.
Looks like the review will be cleared as it was Vankova coming up the inside who kind of took herself down going into Kim there. So I don't think there's going to be any discipline from there. So potentially another clean race in the end.
Well, here's Kim taking the lead here.
Clean races and no penalties. But anyway, yes.
So we'll look at Vankova. She makes a pass on the inside. I think they maybe click skates there. Yeah. Vankova catches the toe of her blade on the heel of Kim's blade, and that just trips her up as she goes down and unfortunately slides through the water on the track. And you have a wet skin suit all day long. Here's a look at that finish again. Oh,
I don't. There,
oh, you got it. Yeah.
1-0 for me.
I just had to go with the other. You know?
Of course. We have to not agree on things.
That's right. Keep the excitement.
And they're just fixing up some of the ice out there.
There is a slight chance right now that
third heat skaters are out on the ice. So for now, both the third place skaters look to be moving on. Rika's time winning the heat of 2:45 was about 10 seconds slower than third place from the first heat. So it was slower than the first heat. That incident was cleared, and so it was just that click of the blades that Vankova got a bit too close on the inside there. However, they are looking to potentially make an advancement automatically
they're
for
reviewing.
Kim because she lost a lot of speed. So they're looking to maybe advance as sort of the innocent bystander in this. Kim lost a ton of speed, so she may be advanced automatically. However, being in one of the top 3 spots, if the other 2 races stay clean, it would sort of be academic, but this would just sort of assure that, yeah.
Chief referee Dan Padano is making the decision.
According to the new rules, we will have
So one of those instances where there would be no penalty, but an advancement, kind of like we had yesterday with Kim Boutin and Michelle Velzeboer going into each other, and Ariana Fontana being the unknowing victim of their collision. And so, yeah, there is an advancement for Kim, and pardon me, should send it down to the ice. Let them get the glory here.
After review, we give penalty to skater number 6-1 from Czechia and give advancement to skater number 8-0 from Australia.
No, in the end, there is a penalty given.
Thank you very much, Chief Referee.
But that is to Vancouver. So Kim is advanced, but she came 3rd in the heat anyway, so it's not like there's an extra skater moving on, but 2 heats to go. And we'll get another look at it here. Contact from behind is the ruling. And so, yeah, that did cost her to lose speed.
Yeah, when you're not able to set up that good corner entry, you really have to dump a lot of speed to go through the turn, and that created the opportunity for the skaters and Hilda behind to close that gap and make a pass.
Heat number 3. Here's the start list. Leah Mead, Hao Wei-ying, Svetlana Repechage, Katarina Buric, and Thea Johansson.
Ready.
Everybody politely into position as Johansson jumps to the front.
We're on our way now with our 3rd Repechage quarterfinal.
The lone entrant, Johansson from Sweden. I'd love to see, of course, more from Sweden. The Norwegians building a program. The Nordic countries, imagine throwing the likes of Finland into the mix.
Yeah, we don't often, well, we haven't had a strong history of Scandinavian skaters in short track. You see some program development in Norway, which is fantastic. Great to have Johansson here representing Sweden. It's kind of on and off. Do we ever see athletes in short track representing Sweden? Of course, one of the big names out of Sweden recently was Nils van der Poel and his phenomenal Olympics with the 5,000 and 10,000 meter Olympic gold medals.
His 10,000 meter record beaten by Davide Giotto in Calgary just a short few weeks ago. And Johansson, she turned 20 last month, and so a chance to be a forerunner or a standard bearer perhaps for a program.
Well, it's so difficult when you're from a country with a smaller skating program and a sport. Short track, you really benefit from having a lot of training partners. So those athletes that come into short track a little bit later take a little bit more time to develop, but Johansson at only 20 has a lot of potential ahead of her.
It's Repechage and Buric and Mead for the moment. Now the 3 of them start to pull away a bit. Hao Wei-ying sensing the gap a little bit, got right around Johansson and gets up into 4th. Mead eyeing Buric a little bit.
Big thing in the 1500 meter is timing your attack, making sure that you don't go too early so you have the legs to finish. Repechage doing a good job in the front. We'll see if she can hold on, but we have Hao going around the outside.
And Mead looking to try to get up into that 3rd position, and she goes in with Repechage and down. And Buric somehow escaped that. That will be reviewed. But it is Hao. It is Buric, and now suddenly 3rd place is Thea Johansson.
Here, and official result, the winner of this race is Hao Wei-ying. 2nd place.
And it is Hao winning it. Buric in 2nd. Johansson with a 2:41.85. And so that is the second of fastest of 3 heats. But suddenly, if there are penalties and advancements, that advancement to Hyojin Kim stands out because they were in the slowest heat, and that would have been a time that maybe gets thrown out if there are other advancements.
That's right. So it looks like we're going to review the inside pass of Leah Mead. End of straight, legal late pass. See if we get another look. Here's the outside pass from Howe. Nice clean move. That just pulls a big gap on the rest of the field. Here's that tight entry, 3 skaters across. Leah Mead a little bit late on that entry. So Mead was clear by.
So the pass was good, they're saying.
Well, it was by on Buric.
Right.
But that was clear, but it was the contact.
Right.
Then
the second
on
one through.
Repechage, yeah.
So that's what they're looking at right now. The review is underway.
Mooi voor jullie zijn, willen jullie wel horen. Voor jullie en onze Leeuwin zometeen de prijs. Eerst even nog de officiële uitslag van die derde kwartfinale herkanting.
They are at the second video screen. That means the results are being punched in and will go down for the ruling.
Daar komt ze.
After review, we give penalty to skater number 9-6 from New Zealand and give advancement to skater number 101 from Ukraine.
We can all relate to turning on the microphone. Anyway, the penalty goes to Leah Mead, and Repechage is advanced. And so the interesting thing is now Johansson's time could not be enough to move her on if this last heat is faster. But we'll see, because Hyojin Kim has the automatic advancement, so that means we go to the next slowest time anyway. We'll worry about that afterwards. But yes, the illegal late pass, first one was good, not the second one.
Ja, het is nog vroeg, maar het is nooit vroeg genoeg.
Fortunate look for her. Got through the first one. But, on the other side was another skater. Heat number 4 coming up. Holly Hoyland, Barbara Gakova, Aurélie Levesque. A little ovation for that young woman. Zoe Deltrap, Louisiana Stahl of the USA Eagles, and Phoebe Stenz.
Well, we've talked about it a few times, but Deltrap had a hard fall on day 1 in the qualifying rounds of the 1500, so great to see her back, and this is her opportunity from the repechage to go back up.
2, 3. No, to the left. Go to the start. Ready.
And Stenz taking this one out. Olympic bronze medalist in ice hockey from Sochi, and she's taking this one up.
Well, Gavin, we talked about the times, right? I think Stenz is clearly aware of her best opportunity to qualify through is to consider that 3rd place advancement time or break away from the pack here if they let her go. Again, this is all about energy management, though. When you're making a breakaway, you want to clear the group if you're doing a clean break, which is what she's kind of attempting right now. Maybe she was hoping the rest of the field would come with her, overtaking the lead and pull some of these laps, but stands out alone right now.
She's looking, it's a measured pace, and so they're slowly getting back on, and so yeah, it sort of lends to your idea that maybe she thought they would come with her, but deciding to sit up a little bit and let them come and maybe tuck in for a few laps. But easier to get the fast, quick laps away than having to chase.
Yeah, a lot of the time too, if you make that little break and the whole pack catches up to you, they just overtake you immediately, as we're seeing right now, and they just go right by.
See if she can tuck in and get into a draft and recover a little bit. And unfortunately not for her. You appreciate the effort though. And it is Holly Hoyland of the Royals in front, ahead of Louisiana Stahl.
But that start alone will have pushed the pace enough for this to be a quicker race than the previous ones. Let's keep an eye on Deltrap in the back. 5 laps to go. We're inside that pocket where you want to start making your move.
Is Gakova moving up into 3rd. Levesque into the lead. Gakova eyeing second on Hoyland as things start to string out that little bit more.
Here's Deltrap on the outside.
Slingshotting around from 5th to 3rd.
Nice outer turn by Deltrap. You see she's not putting her hand down or pivoting. She's just maintaining her crossovers right through the corner, carrying her speed all the way to the lead. Levesque will try to jump on her.
At the bell, Deltrap timing the move to perfection from 5th to 1st. And just about a lap, and Deltrap will take it. Levesque second, Gakova in 3rd. And it's a 2:27.69, so that is the fastest heat we've seen. And that would seem to indicate, I don't see any reviews coming, so that would likely knock out Johansson's time. So comfortable from Deltrap, biding her time in there, letting everyone else do the work until she decided to find another gear.
It's official. Also qualified with a fast third time.
That's unofficial. So Gakova and Eckstein with the fastest third place times. Repechage and Hyojin Kim advanced. That is the women's 1,000. You see the results there. Now we change things up. On to the men's repechage quarterfinal, 1,000 meters, 7 heats. The winner from each heat moves on, and up to 3 fastest second place skaters moving into the repechage semifinals. You see those moving on. We'll see them again in just a little bit.
So one thing to watch for in these 1,000 meters, we've got 6 skaters on the line for most of these races, with the exception of the heat 1 that we're about to watch right now. So 6 skaters in the 1,000. We've talked about how the number of skaters in a race changes the dynamic. 6 skaters in the 1,000 is quite a few. So I suspect we'll see a lot of movement, skaters trying to get to the front early in these races of 6 skaters.
Heat number 1, Brendan Corey, Peter Murphy, Frederick Pedersen, Martin Kolech, and Theo Collins.
Go to the start. Ready.
And it is Corey out of position 1 to the lead. B final yesterday in the 1,500 meters.
So we see Corey getting this race off to a pretty quick pace. Looks like they're moving. This is, see what the lap time comes in here, 9:04 already. So yeah, that's not a slow pace at all.
Challenging the skaters to come with them, see if they can't shed anyone early. It really is first place skater getting through, little margin for error. Canadian-born Brendan Corey. And he's full-on racing Roo. He's got the Aussie flag on one of his boots.
9-1 now, really dropping it down.
Question is, can it be sustained? A lot of time taking the pole on the front.
Now Corey's making this a difficult race for the competitors. You can tell, you can see them having to put their hand down on the pivot, working that arm on the outs, you know, the exit of the turn. So he's building. Corey's dropping it down 8-9. This is quite the nice little progressive he's doing here. But again, it's 1,000 meters, a long race, 1 to go. He's holding it 9-1.
Little wobble again for the second straight corner. Can he maintain that speed? Here comes the British Royal, and Corey hangs on. There are 2 straight laps on that back stretch. He had a little wobble coming out of the corner, and it dropped a lot of his speed.
Yeah, it's just maybe the legs fatiguing on that. It was the left leg in particular that he was a little bit struggling to get off of, but maybe the legs are getting heavy. But I think that race went exactly the plan.
But he'll always let you know how he thinks. A couple of thumbs up there.
Well, I think one of Brendan Corey's strength is his tactics. He always seems to position himself really well. I think he has a good understanding of his competitors, how to race against them each time. So smart race. There's that slip on the left there. Legs are getting heavy.
Second straight lap. Whoops, and that opened the door a little bit.
And as you commented, Gavin, really kind of kills your speed when you're having to manage those slips.
Does enough in the end, though. I think I saw there was a social media post. He wasn't particularly pleased with his Asian swing. There were a few crashes in Beijing. I think there were a few bruises there, and so good for him to get back up. He's into the semifinals, not quite into the World Tour program yet, of course. And so just eyeing that second place time now, 126.593. See if it stands up. Of course, just 3 of 7 possible. But you noted it was a quick heat.
Yeah, and I think that certainly played to the tactics of Brendan Corey there, knowing that you got to have either you got to be first or you got to have a real quick time.
Second heat, Nico Andermann. There is Ward Petre, the Belgian Ice Bears, Hayashi Kosei, Yaroslav Morozov, Nurtalek Kajgali, and Liam O'Brien of the Irish Wolfhounds.
Position 4. Go to the start. All right.
Let's see if they were noting the lead set by Corey, and it's one of your favorite skaters to watch, Hayashi Kosei, getting up into the lead.
Well, I think they noticed the race of Corey because Hayashi's out to a quick start here too. This is going to be a mid-9 for sure.
Ward Petre is one of the bigger skaters you see out there, but you just look at how much lower Hayashi is down on the ice.
So that was a 9.5, right kind of on the target time of Corey, 9.4. So they're really matching the times of the previous heat. Again, skaters know there's 6 skaters. You don't want to get caught in the back. It's way too many skaters to overcome if you're sitting in 6th with only a few short laps to go. So positioning yourself near the front, keeping the time quick, because if you don't have that victory, you want to try to secure hopefully a time advancement.
Andermann making eyes at second place there, and he's hit from behind. Went flying.
Took some air there.
Kajgali into the back, but now that's opened up the gap. It is Hayashi, Petre, and then a race for third.
Well, this is playing out nice for Petre because it's a quick time, low 9s now. Hayashi's doing a lot of work. Petre might try to set something up for the finish. Let's see if he's got any legs in him, but the time is going to be pretty quick.
Hayashi does take the win, Petre in for second. It is Kajgali getting up for third, so 127.09 is the second place time. Approximately, it is just a hair slower than the first heat, but still, as Tyler pointed out, quick. But we'll see what this review brings. Andermann went flying coming out of the corner.
Yeah, he came back on his heels and then just took off. I'll watch for a replay. Yeah, something might have sent him off balance from behind. Here's a look. Trying to make a pass. I think he's trying to hook tight and just came back a little bit and launched him in the air.
Kajgali was nearby. I don't think anything was labeled for a review.
Nope. I think a little bit he was looking to make a move there into second, and then when he's looking to hook tight and turning, but came back on his heels and sent himself flying.
Another victory for physics in the end.
Yes.
Can't beat
well, when you see that, you see the forces these athletes are fighting against.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks so strange. Never seen something like that before. Going in the air with his legs coming out in front of him.
And that's one of those things that helps you remember that, you know, they're going upwards of 50 kilometers an hour on 1mm blades.
There's a look at the great Dutch veteran, Shinky Knecht. Also in the field, Enzo Prost, Łukasz Kuczynski, Rostislav Leontenko, Ivan Martinic, and Tinius Rembel-Alma. A lion, ice bear, a hussar, a wildcat, a Dalmatian, and a Viking.
Well, if the skaters are paying attention to the previous heats, which most of them are, they've noted that if you're going to go for time, you're going to have to go for it right away. You can't be sleeping on the start line. You can't give up any time at all. So then that kind of changes. Hey, am I going to go for it? Am I really, or am I just going to go for the victory?
So we'll see if it's right from the gun or if they decide to just race amongst themselves as the ice repair is underway, patching things up.
One of the keys to ice repair is actually perfect slush.
Do you want to go down and tell them that?
Yeah.
Just check in. How's your slush today?
I think their slush looks pretty good, you know, but it's that right mixture of kind of snow and water, and they usually grab it from the Zamboni shavings.
And then a quick blast.
It can't be too dry. It can't be too wet. You gotta find that right mixture.
That sounds like one of your features coming up.
Yeah.
Get on the ice and talk about the slush.
Well, I think we're going to do a feature eventually on, you know, ice conditions, ice quality, and
ice repairs.
Maybe we'll put some ice repairs in there.
I would be that guy who sits in a rolly chair and uses the fire extinguisher to push me across the ice.
Well, yeah. Maybe I can use the fire extinguisher. I don't think I've ever gotten to do that.
Hey,
yeah.
Now you're in a position where you might be able to. Back to the racing, heat number 3.
Position 2 and 3. Go to the start. Ready.
And yeah, no loafing in this one. Nope. Oh, but there is a collision around the corner. Usually we see that in the 500 meters where they bring it back if they can't make it around that first turn. But Leontenko going down.
Well, Kaczynski was the one going off the line there, so we'll see if he repeats that attack off the start. But he obviously has it in mind that he wants to get this pace picked up quick. He's got some stiff competition in this field, the likes of Shinky Connect. Long time Dutch line veteran. Quick blade check, make sure the bend's all right. A little loosen and tighten to ease off any tension that's caught up in those blades.
And it is, in fact, just Leontenko getting it looked at. And Prost goes for the jacket, borrowing a page from his teammate Stan Desmet, who we often see ahead of relays, getting a last little bit of warmth.
Well, body heat is integral to performance. If your muscles are cold, it's not going to benefit you.
Go to the start. Ready.
And this time everybody goes through, and it is Kaczynski, the 25-year-old.
Well, you know, quick off the start, but not pushing it like we've seen in the other ones. The previous two races were lapping at 9.5 after the opening lap. This one's not quite going to be there, I don't think. 9.89, so a little bit slower pace right now, so they would have to make up a lot of ground later, but this lap's not looking any quicker.
It's looking certainly a little more relaxed as they're around the 10-second range, so
you're racing for the win now.
It is Connect on the front, Prost, but Kaczynski, he is a guy who does a lot of 500s, has some success in 500 meters, so if they're slowing things up a little bit, it may be to his liking.
Well, Shinky's just building it lap over lap here. We see how this helps you is that if you build a little bit of speed out of the exit of each turn, if someone's looking to make a pass, you're kind of matching whatever speed they're trying to build, making it increasingly difficult. So now we're down to the low 9s, probably dropped to the 9-1.
Kaczynski trying to get up to Prost, see if he's shaping up a move. Running out of time. It is Shinky Connect, the great veteran on the front. Enzo Prost behind him. Kaczynski again eyeing for second place, but it is Shinky Connect with a savvy skate. Looks like he will be through to the repechage semifinal. 1:28.49 is Prost's time, and yeah, it is. In the end, it wasn't that much slower, but it is about a second and a half slower than the second place time from the other heat, the second heat.
And then, of course,
the first one is the fastest.
Yeah, and the number of heats that we have here, you tend to think we're going to get one advancement. I mean, not that we're wanting that to happen because that means there'll be some sort of incident, but you count the odds, and the odds are there'll probably be at least one.
You would think. I mean, there's still 4 heats still to come, and if the pressure to go fast is that much ramped up, then incidents do happen.
Yeah, and then it becomes that you're kind of thinking, well, you have to win if it's not a quick race, and then there's that pressure to be getting to the front, and we saw that a little bit earlier with Leah Mead in the women's 1500 meter repechage, where she wasn't in a qualifying position. And if you're not, you got to do whatever you can to get there.
And even if it's a slower race, then everybody's going to be going for the front, knowing they're in a slower race.
Yes.
Heat number 4, Etienne Bastier, one of the good stories yesterday, the young Frenchman getting into the 1500 meter B final. Benson Ogradi of Hungary, Demir Kurmanov, Linus August Risnes, Radek Fajkus, and Dietrich Veraklis right there. The Swiss Ibex. Nice to see that new kid on the line this weekend. That team here this weekend.
Go to the start. Red.
Now, based on the opening few strides.
Well, we're going quicker here. We'll see if they continue that speed or just jostling for the lead position.
Bastier.
Well, Bastier is looking like he wants to push it.
You wonder what kind of confidence he must be feeling now. The 20-year-old yesterday putting in some very good performances through the repechage into the main event in the afternoon.
Well, right now we're right on pace, maybe slightly ahead of our second heat. Still lots of laps remaining, but they're pushing this one.
Demir Kurmanov in second. One of the Kazakh nomads who we're not used to seeing. Of course, their main guys are over at the Asian Games right now, but opportunity to sort of put themselves in the shop window, as they say.
And Fajkus goes down there.
Bastier now under pressure a little bit.
Well, he's holding the lap times he needs to.
Quick look between the legs. I think I just tell him, yeah, you have people right behind you. Inside 2 to go. He'll hear
Kurmanov's just kind of struggling to hold there. A bit of a gap opening up. He wants to hold that second position, but let's watch for Nogradi on the inside.
Nogradi does get up the inside. Bastier holds on for the win. Benson Nogradi with about a 1:27.25. That would put him ahead of the previous heat, but behind heat number 2. So actually pretty close, as he pointed out, to heat number 2. And it would be on the bubble. But another good win for Etienne Bastier, the man from Orléans, just south of Paris.
Yeah, Bastier is showing his speed endurance here this weekend in the 1,000 meter and the 1,500 meter.
See if we get a look at Fajkus's incident here. There it is. Yeah, another one out on his own. That corner.
We're seeing the far corner today. Well, far corner for us.
Yeah,
from our vantage point.
From where we are, we're close to the finish line, if you're wondering, and so we've had a lot of the incidents in right to our left. But yeah, chaos corner is switching up, it seems. The results: 1:27.233 in the end for Nogradi. So about 2/10 behind the time of Petre, but it bumps Enzo Prost. Heat number 5. Eugene Schwo, Song Guishu, Tobias Wolf, Sean McAnuff, Ben Jung, and Lucas Wareham. Just actually checking what happened today at the Asian Games as we await the return of the Korean White Tigers. Gold and silver in the women's 1,000 and the men's 1,000. China winning the women's relay and Kazakhstan winning the men's relay.
Go to the start. Ready.
And it is Whoops, another incident on the corner. 3 skaters down.
Contact with the blades there too. Looked like Song might have got clipped, but everyone looks okay.
And now, yeah, they're just hopping up on the boards. They'll get their blades looked at. Everybody is up. Jung may be laboring a bit, but it might also just be a blade.
Well, something that I was mentioning earlier, Gavin, with the 6 skaters on the line, you can't be caught back. We see all the skaters in a lot of these races really being quite aggressive to get to the front. Typically, we see these tight, packed corner entries in the 500 meter off the start, but in the 1,000, we're seeing it now.
Just noticing the Chinese coach putting her jacket onto Song's legs to help keep him warm, as we don't know how long this repair will take. Could be a few minutes, and you were talking about staying as warm as possible. Sean McAnuff, the Irish Wolfhound, puts on a Hungary jacket.
Oh, there's another look at it. Yeah, Lucas Wareham just goes right over the top. Lou Janchuo going in. Sean McAnuff building on the outside. Song goes down.
Started with Song going into the back of Lou, it looks like. But it looks like everybody is fine, but it's just saying McAnuff has a Hungary jacket on. He lives and trains in Budapest. And there he is right there. But yeah, it gives us a chance to just look at some of these Asian Games results, seeing some of the people who we are familiar with. Choi Min-jong wins the women's 1,000 meters. Kim Gi-lee, silver. Zhang Chutong of China, bronze. And then in the men's 1,000, Jungsun Wu and Park Ji-won go gold and silver. Liu Xiaoang winning bronze. Women's relay had China, Kazakhstan, Japan. Men's relay, Kazakhstan, Japan, and China.
Terrific relay results for Kazakhstan.
Yeah, men's relay gold and then women's silver. That women's team picking up the first senior level medal in Beijing in the women's relay.
Go to the start. Ready.
Everybody made it back to the line. Everybody making it through the first corner. And Song Guishu this time deciding, I'm just going to go right to the front and avoid all that chaos. But Wareham now ramping it up early.
(9.5) again, kind of matching the previous heats.
Song and Wareham duking it out for the lead. I keep an eye on Liu Jianshuo. See how he is biding his time. Now he goes around the outside.
Liu Jianshuo is going to want to have to tuck in here, get around Song. He's going to tuck in a second. Song's pushing the pace here, so it's a good position to be right now in second as we're down to 9-0s already.
McAnuff trying to get up into fourth, but he's in a battle with Tobias Wolf on the front. Song Guishu, Liu Jianshuo in second, and then Lucas Wareham, but still nobody's been dropped just yet.
Liu Jianshuo on the outside, nice clean outside pass.
And Wolf going into Wareham, and Wareham goes down, and that one will be reviewed. It is Liu Jianshuo off the front. Song Guishu in second, and Sean McAnuff in third, but it will be Liu taking that one. The Hong Kong Ice Chillins get the victory. So just looking at that time, 1:28.43. It won't challenge the ones we have for the moment.
Here's a look at Wareham. Really defending that inside lane.
They clicked skates twice, it looked like, when they were going side by side.
I think they're going to be reviewing Lucas Wareham for a lane change outside to in to block.
Yeah, that's what they're looking at, yeah. Potentially.
That was on Tobias Wolf. Love the custom helmet designs. I think it's been a couple of years now, but that's been a great addition.
Always interesting to see what people come up with, because it seems there's always someone new with something different this week, every weekend.
We used to have to wear those helmet covers, but now the custom Custom helmets with just your number on the helmet allows for some personality. I love the helmet of Lucas Wareham, actually.
Very cool. I think that one's new this weekend. It's almost got a dimpled kind of look to it.
It's almost done with all these little dot stickers, it almost looks like. I'm not quite sure how...
They were also looking, sorry, in the investigation review, they were also looking at a potential arm block by Wolf, so both skaters, as is often the case, both skaters could be looked at for something.
Yeah, when those two skaters are going in together, here, we get the call.
After review, we give no penalty due to shared responsibility for skater number 8-2 from Austria and skater number 106 from Australia.
So shared responsibility, both of them going for it. Shared responsibility, one of those relatively new additions where it's no penalty, you're kind of both at fault for something.
Both a little bit guilty. I think it was maybe a little bit of an arm block or a push by Tobias Wolf. He's trying to get through a lane change by Lucas Wareham. They're both kind of pushing each other back and forth. There's that arm push. So shared responsibility.
2 heats still to go. Heat number 6, Brandon Kim, the USA Eagles. Lucas Henry Koo, Brazilian skater. Zdenek Sepal, Aibek Temir Khan, Matthias Wolfgang, and Raphael Moret. And the Swiss Ibex there is Brandon Kim.
Go to the start. Ready.
Everybody getting to that almost like a 500-meter start when there's 6 skaters, everybody wanting to get into the corner first, and it's Lucas Henry Koo, the high schooler.
Skating for Brazil.
His father is here as sort of the team lead for the Brazilian team, which of course is 1 skater. Brandon Kim having a pretty fair weekend. We've been saying his name a lot. He's mixing it up. One of the collective of that young male American skaters coming through now together. Keogh, Howard, Kim, Sean Shui now. Zdenek Sepal. Many skaters with an inline background. On the Czech Ice Spiders sitting in 2nd right now.
American moving into 3rd.
He lost, gained a little bit of a gap after being passed, but he's closed right back up again. But Kim just turning on the speed, and it's tough for everybody else to stay with him.
Nice inside pass by Koo to get into 3rd, but he's going to have to try to push to try to get that 2nd place. Brandon Kim's been keeping this pace pretty high. I'm still not sure if it's quite fast enough to match the other heats. I don't think it is.
But it is Kim taking the heat. Doesn't matter for him. He gets the win. Sepal 128.68. That is not enough to have the one of those 2nd fastest times. Koo gets up to 3rd. But Kim looks to be the one going through. Everybody got through the corner that time. Nothing getting reviewed. Those results quickly made official. 1 heat still to come. And then we will know who officially gets those 2nd spots. This is another one with 6 skaters who look back at Brandon Kim's victory.
I really like that Brazilian suit for Koo.
It is. It's a nice one, isn't it?
I think they may still need a team name.
Well, yeah, they'll need an identity at some point, so.
Are you going to be putting in some suggestions?
I'm not sure just yet. Something Amazon related.
Yeah.
It's in rainforest. Anyway, I'll work on that.
The frogs or something?
Well, just dive in. You can take your pick of one of the many. The Amazon rainforest is a wildlife-rich area, so I'm sure there's some animal you can pluck out of there to chuck on a jersey.
Tree frogs.
Niall Tracy will be the favorite skater in this field, of course, with a medal on the World Tour in the 1,000, but DNA Cillier also has some pace to him.
Go to the start. Red.
Tracy, Seungmin Kwon of the USA Eagles, DNA Cellier, Adam Hill Jr., another Royal, Daniel Bergen of the Wildcats, and Li Kun of the Chinese Lungs.
I expect Niall Tracy just to try to lead this race start to finish. We know he's got the speed and the endurance. He's the top-ranked skater in this race, so you don't want to take any chances of getting caught up. If you know you're the best skater, just keep yourself out of trouble, push the pace, make it difficult for passing skaters. As we said, we've got Lee working on the outside. Now Tracy will react. He'll respond by increasing his speed. This race is off to a bit slower start than the previous rounds, so it's going to take that victory.
Let's move up the inside by Kwon. But yeah, interesting to see Lee had a lot of room and he was gaining speed really quickly, and it was just very subtle. Tracy could barely tell he was picking up the speed.
DNA Cellier's really done a great job of holding the second position. It's a great spot tucked in behind Tracy to give him the best opportunity to try to make a move in the finish, but Tracy's still pushing that speed.
Niall Tracy, the leader of this developing British Royal side.
Cellier, a bit more of a 500-meter sprinter. See if he's got the legs left. He's been in the draft this whole time. Can he set something up?
Here comes Lee as well, but it is Niall Tracy just going too fast, it seems. Cellier can't quite make the late surge. And a 127.31, 127.39. And just seeing how it compares, it might just be a tiny bit off the pace by a matter of a few tenths of a second.
And literally that was the difference of one, I think it was the second or third lap being in a 9.8 range. That was just the difference.
As you point out, just likes to lead
start to finish. We've kind of seen that consistently through these heats, though. The top-ranked skaters taking control right away or as quickly as they can.
That wraps up the men's repechage quarterfinals. Niall Tracy booking the last spot, and we'll see them again shortly. It's a quick rest for these guys, as there's the repechage semifinal still to come. I think that we'll get an ice flood after this one, maybe. Anyway, you see the qualifiers. Sit back shortly for the repechage semis. Now we switch back to the women's 1,500-meter repechage semifinals. 2 heats, just the winners moving on. Of course, asterisk. There could always be advancements in addition to that.
We should just have a permanent disclaimer.
There will come a point where, I mean, at this point, maybe it should just go without saying. Yeah. But I always like to, you know, if there's people checking us out for the first time.
Yep. You say, hey, Gavin said that the 3 fastest seconds would go through.
Why are there 5 going on? There is Zoe Deltrap, hometown favorite. That's the wave. Also here, Aurélie Levesque, Hao Wei Ying, Hedvig Hilde, Hyojin Kim, Svetlana Repetska.
Go to the start. Ready.
Could be an interesting battle between Deltrap and Kim, the top 2 seeded skaters in this field.
Well, you see quickly how the advancement factor plays an impact in a race. Because now we're not worried about times whatsoever.
Not at all.
Really not worried about times here. Keeping those legs real fresh.
It's a very slow wind, but there will come a point where it just gets released.
It's this type of opportunity where you might see a skater, when everyone's standing up, and if you're that last skater that you make that quick attack, you could jump them so quick. That's maybe the best way it works is you drop back a little bit so they don't see you. You can wind it up so you just blow by with a ton of speed and make a quick gap while everyone's just standing still.
Well, my theory is that if they're all on the line, you know all the skaters are just going to do the most delicate of pushes off. If you go right from the first stride with intent, blast off, you gain a few strides around the corner already, and then see how they respond. But now we're picking it up a little bit. It's Kim on the front, inside 10 to go. I do not recommend anyone follow through on my theories here.
You want it to be a surprise attack. It's the element of surprise that makes that strategy work the best. But again, for the more endurance-based skaters, they don't want this pace to be slow for too long, so that's when you start to see that reaction start to bring the lap times down.
There's Repechage on the front, inside 7. The 2 seated skaters are in green and in orange, the Racing Roo and the Lion. It is Repechage still on the front, but here comes Hao Wei-ying. The pace really picking up now. Billy Levesque following in the slipstream of Deltrap. Goes outside to in to move up into third. Deltrap mazing her way through. Sitting comfortably in second now. Speed up to 42 kilometers an hour.
Deltrap building, looking to go wide again. Hao picking up that speed. Little maneuver wide there, blocking that outside pass, keeping Deltrap stuck on the outside. Deltrap now looking to the inside. Nice clean move. Levesque's going to want to try to jump up. I don't think she's got the legs for it right now.
Wow, maybe one last chance to go for it. Levesque up into third right now, but Deltrap holds them both off and takes the win.
Deltrap looking up at her coach. Nod of approval and a smile. Clap from the coach, Niels Kirschult.
2:51.27 winning time. Hao Wei-ying just a 1/10 of a second off. So Kim in the end got caught up a little bit behind and couldn't join that front trio on the front.
Here's a look at that inside move. Great job, great lean on that left foot of Deltrap. Hooking out of the exit, carrying her speed. Just noting the skates of Deltrap. Those are built by Laurent Dagnon, I believe, by looking at the covers. He's the skate technician for the Canadian Ice Maples. Long time. Custom boot manufacturer, kind of a staple of the Canadian team for quite a few years now.
Results, Deltrap getting that spot into this afternoon's World Tour session. Heat number 2 out on the ice. Another one with 6 skaters going for 1 spot. Barbara Gakova, Gabriela Topolska, Valentina Askic, Lisa Eckstein, Katarina Budic, and Kanai Rika. So pair of Dalmatians, an ice spider, a hussar, a wolf, and a ninja.
Go to the start. Ready.
And again, nobody trying to spring the surprise off the line.
I'm telling you, Gavin, you gotta wait a moment.
No, you go right away.
You wait, you drop back, and you attack. If you do it on the line, they all see it go right away.
Yeah, but they're also like halfway through very slow strides, and then they have to get into it quickly.
But they can react. They're going almost the same pace as you, so you want to catch them off guard where you can have a lot more speed when you do it. You know what? We'll just go try it.
Well, we know you'd win anyway, regardless of what tactic I employ. It's Topolska on the front. Nice Sunday meander around the track, but we know that won't last. Let's try to count how many strides they take on a straightaway. 1, 2, 2.5.
Second semifinal. One spot left for the main tournament.
Still Topolska on the front. Askic is the top-seeded skater in this field at number 31 in the world.
Eckstein getting the pace going now.
A little squeeze there, Buric. Pick up some speed now up the inside. Gakova almost went right out into Askic, but everybody's still just fine. Eckstein on the front.
Well, let's keep an eye on Askic in third here. I think she's got something coming. There it is. See if she cuts to the inside on Eckstein. She does. Nice little outside inside.
Eckstein almost just right into the back of Askic, but now they're queuing up behind her.
Nye working on the outside.
Askic still holding them off. Going up to seat 3 to go.
See if Askic can respond to the outside pass by Kanai. She's going to want to build out here to keep it to the outside. Kanai just losing her footing.
In that same corner. It's caused a little bit of chaos today. Askic trying to hang on under all kinds of pressure. Here comes Topolska on the inside. Can't make it.
Not enough. That might have been Topolska's best chance. See if she can get back in for another shot at the finish. She's going to want to set up here. Step it out wide. Try to get 2 in. 1, 2. Can she go out wide?
Is Askic just hanging on. 12 hundredths of a second. And her teammate first to say, hey, nice job. Askic will make it into the afternoon's World Tour session, as I don't think anything is getting reviewed there. Off the top ranked skater in the field. Topolska was the second top ranked skater, but following the form book. So that does take us to the first resurfacing break. Well, just looking back at this race, we'll see the confirmed results first.
That means we will have the ice resurfacing now, and we will restart the competition at 11:00. 11:00. We will restart the competition. That's 2 minutes later than on the original schedule. 11 uur gaan we door. 11 uur
Yes,
precies.
those results are confirmed. They will go up on your screen shortly. Whenever I see that camera angle, I know there it is. Askic winning. Moving into the semifinals. That will be this afternoon. First ice resurfacing break of the day. When we come back to the action, it will be the men's repechage semifinals.
Ook zij gaat proberen om het hoofdtoernooi op de 500 meter te halen. Vanmiddag hier in Tilburg. Short break now until 11:00. We will have the ice resurfacing right now. During ice resurfacing, of course, I will let you with the short track beats of DJ Funky Time.
Thank you so much, Jan. Dankjewel collega en vriend Jan van der Meulen. Fijn dat we hier als een team ook weer mogen optreden deze dagen. Daar zijn we heel blij mee natuurlijk, samen met Justin uiteraard. Het team wat ook deel van, degene die ook deel van ons team uitmaakt, is natuurlijk ijsmeester Bas. Die gaat weer zijn rondjes rijden hier zo. Ja, dan mag ik best even applaus geven. Onze eigen ijsbeer op de ijs. Ja, zeker. Die zorgt voor die mooie gladde plaat. En heeft u thuis nou een klein vijvertje, ik moet graag met de wagen langs om ook daar te zorgen dat u daar lekker de rondjes kan rijden. We gaan eens eventjes kijken op de grote schermen naar wat boodschappen van onze belangrijke partners en sponsoren. En dan zijn we zo meteen weer jullie terug met veel meer gezelligheid en misschien wel hele mooie prijzen. Tot zometeen. hier in Tilburg zijn we graag in beweging. Omdat het leuk is en ook omdat het plezier geeft. Van jong tot oud, met elkaar en voor elkaar. Zo winnen we altijd. Dus doe ook mee, want samen fun, samen fit. Ga naar sportintilburg.nl om alle mogelijkheden van sport in Tilburg te ontdekken.
De nieuwe Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV staat vanaf maart in de showroom. Standaard met 8 jaar garantie. Dat is nog makkelijker kiezen.
Mooi schaatspak. Wel winnen, hè?
Go to the start. Ready? Wil jij kans maken op een Daikin Wilson? Daikin is de trotse hoofdsponsor van heel schaatsen Nederland. En heeft 25 officieel gesigneerde Team NL schaatsmansies. Ga snel naar daikin.nl/mansie, scan de QR-code en maak kans op jouw mansie.
So, dat waren de boodschappen, dames en heren. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all of you who just joined us. A special welcome from our friends from the Ukraine. At the other side, Oekraïne, slava Oekraïne. Hartstikke goed. Warm welkom van onze, ja eigenlijk onze broeders eigenlijk moet ik eigenlijk zeggen. En zusters uit België. Dat is mooi hè. Ja, jullie weten dat misschien niet, maar weet je, wij komen hier uit het zuiden. We hebben soms vaak hebben wij meer met België dan met de mensen boven de rivier hier. Maar daar hebben jullie ook wel met ons van, hoop ik. Jawel hè, gelukkig. And of course, warm welcome to all the people from Poland. Polska, Polska. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to give you a little bit of culture, local culture here from the southern part of the Netherlands. And of course, very famous people who come from Tilburg. Of course, in Vienna they have Mozart. In London they have Andrew Lloyd Webber. In Amsterdam they have Ramses Shaffi. In Belgium they have Eddie Wally. And there are some local greatnesses coming here from Tilburg, ladies and gentlemen. We want to give you to absorb that real Tilburg culture. So we're going to play a special song for you, and it's really highest standards of music. Dames en heren, de hoogste standaard van muziek komt zo'n beetje jullie kant op natuurlijk. De bekendste componisten van Tilburg en omgeving. Daar komen ze. Mensen uit Gouda denken, waar gaat dit over? Maar... Ja hoor. Ik mag die Polonaise gewoon inzetten, dat vinden we helemaal niet erg. Oh,
Even zwaaien daar. Oh, gezellig. Kort zijn jongens. Lekker schietje. Nou, maar daarboven gaat het lekker los, hè. Helemaal boven. Boven je reserves kijken. Ja, kijk eens. De korte zijn is nul weer mijn favoriet van vandaag. Ja, kijk, heel goed. De Poolse stapjes hoor, mooi. Oh, kijk. Hoi, hoi. Ja. En ze worden toch nog gezellig, dames en heren. Ze worden toch nog gezellig. Misschien eventjes, toch even wat doen, zeg maar, om wat serieuzer weer in de short track vibes te komen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the short track vibes. Can I please ask you to put 2 hands up in the air? Is it possible? 2 hands up in the air. Mensen uit België, opletten. 2 handjes in de lucht. 2 handen in de lucht.
Please raise both hands up in the sky.
En dan gaan we zwaaien.
Now slowly wave from the left.
On that side.
To the right.
Let op.
Left. Right. Left.
Gouda.
Right.
Denk erop.
Left. Right. 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 Left. Right.
Hop op, hop op, hop op. Jan, dit is 4 minuten. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going back to the ice, back to the action. And here are my colleagues, Jan en Justin.
Dankjewel, DJ van Gitaar. Thank you. Tilburg. Kom maar goed. We gaan ons opmaken.
Men's repechage, 1,000-meter semifinals coming up. 2 heats, 5 skaters in each heat. First skater from each race will qualify for the quarterfinals. So unlike the last time where we had 6 skaters in the field potentially going for time, this one's just 5 skaters going against each other.
Well, we talked about not turning mics on, Gavin.
See, I said we can all relate to it.
That may or may not just have happened to me. Yeah.
He was saying riveting stuff.
It was groundbreaking commentary that you'll just never know now. But yeah, 5 skaters, 1 advancement. Just an all-out drag race here. You want to control the lead, defend your position. It's going to be fun to watch these ones.
Some elite skaters here in this first one, particularly. You've got Brendan Corr, you've got Niall Tracy, you've got the likes of Theo Collins, also top 40 ranked 1,000-meter skater. Etienne Bastier, the young Frenchman, turning heads this weekend. Benson Ogradi, all guys with experience.
Well, let's watch Niall Tracy from lane 5. He's going to be in, you know, a difficult position off of this. What? You're calling 500 meters on me here.
No, it's 1,000.
1,000 meters. Sorry, I said 500.
Women's 500. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter 1,000.
Yes.
I said 1,000. Don't confuse me. I already confused myself enough.
Red.
But yeah, Corey also likes to dive into the corner first.
And Niall Tracy's going to want to move up as well.
He gets up to 3rd.
With our first men's
Suddenly Bastier at the back, but yeah, Tracy already making his move around.
assisted by Theo Collins in this race. 2 British Royals, as we named
You know, we talked about skaters, you know, the strategy, knowing your competitors. You really, the more veteran skaters have a really good feel of who they're up against and what their strategies are and really game planning around that. You know, Niall Trace is going to want to be at the front and he can push that pace. One to tuck in right behind him and look for your opportunities. See if Bastier's want to get that second position. He's looking, not going.
Not just yet. As we go inside, 4 to go. Tracy very much in his office right now, and it's Nogradi up into third, Corey up into fourth, and now they're really sizing things up.
And Brendan Corey's going to want to start to look as Nogradi's making a move.
It is still Tracy, very tough to get around.
Well, Tracy's building the speed. He's dropping the laps down. You can tell by that track pattern. Getting those long, strong exits, building his speed. Brendan Corey looking outside. A lot of distance to overcome.
Corey up into third. But Tracy is going to take it. Corey will be in a battle for second. But a tough heat. On another day, some of these guys would be in the World Tour event this afternoon.
Well, the 1+0 advancements are so challenging. You know, typically we often see more of a 2+0 advancement even, but the 1+0 just completely changes that. That's what makes controlling the lead so much more important on that 1+0 advancement.
Tracy, who picked up a World Tour medal in this event, now can go for another one this afternoon. Those races, as results are official. Theo Collins' teammate did hang on for second. Corey up for third.
Congratulations to British Shorttrack.
So repechage will do happen. I think it was Sun Long in Beijing who went through repechage all the way through to win the 500 meters in Beijing. I might be mistaken, but I'm just trying. Anyway.
No, I think we're right on that one.
Second heat, Hayashi Kosei, Ward Petre, Lu Jianshuo, Shinky Connect, and Brandon Kim. Another one pretty interesting. Shivering, he can't wait to get this started and warm up.
The hard part is as you skate faster, you get more wind chill.
True. It is cold. Well, I won't say colder. It's cooler in here today. It might also be that it's still early and we've yet to fill in yet, and we don't have all the breathing going on around us.
Go to the start. Red.
And it is Hayashi first into the corner, but Kim wanting to get to the front and doing that quickly.
Watch for another strike back there. So Hayashi Kosei taking the lead again. More movement. Shinky Connect moving up. Lu Jianshuo also looking to make a move again. Like I said before, that lead position is so valuable. It's better to be in the front and defending than trying to be stuck in the back making some desperate moves. Shinky Connect moving up again.
Take your pick. Who is involved here? Everybody wanting the front. Lu does have a Junior World Cup medal in the 1,000 meters, and down goes Hayashi. Top seeded skater in this field. That will be reviewed. It's really a toss-up here. And Lu going up inside Petre into third. Connect right up on the 6 of Brandon Kim.
2 laps to go. Shinky Connect making that nice inside pass.
It looks like it is Connect in front. Kim losing a bit of contact. Lu has a lot of ground to make up, but it is Shinky Connect winning this one. And the video review, the yellow dot has gone green. It is cleared. So that means no action will be taken other than what has already happened on the ice. It might be that corner again.
I think it was a bit that corner. It looked like Hayashi just went down on his own. Brandon Kim's race there, I think he went to his strategy, trying to control the front, but he had a lot of passing to do to get that regate control several times against Hayashi Kosei. And then Shinky Connect, I think, just had a bit more legs in that last 2 laps.
Makes the cold worth it in the end.
Here's another look.
That was after Hayashi took the lead right back in, just on his own. Fortunate for him. He's certainly an exciting skater.
He was in the A final yesterday in the 1500 along with his teammate Nyata Shogo.
Just the Ninjas, the team always seems to be there.
Yep.
Just there, just waiting for that breakthrough. They don't have any individual medals yet this year, but you just feel it's almost time.
Yeah, Shogo's knocking at the door. He's due for one.
Having two guys in that 1500 meter final yesterday. They went 1-2 in their semi. Wouldn't that be something, the program peaking for what's ahead within the next year? It's all a build. BC Connect winning the repechage semifinal. We will see him this afternoon. And jumping right into it with the women's 500 meter repechage quarterfinals. You see Connect and Tracy going on. And so the repechage quarterfinal, 5 heats.
Ready.
The winner in each heat moving on as a stumble off the line, Chloe Olivier, and that will bring things back. Usually if it's someone on their own, they keep it going, but that would have been contact, and that's a hard fall.
Yeah, it hurts. You're leaning forward. You want to have a nice forward lean off the start line, but if you catch your toe, you just go right down. I think she lands on her hip there, hard on the right hip. That doesn't feel good.
She was holding it. I hope she can recover enough, but this is an event that you're just going gangbusters right off it. Gives us some time to catch up here. Winner of each heat moves on, and up to 5 of the fastest second place skaters. So once advancements are thrown into the mix, chaos reigns a little bit. And she nodded, she looked like she was okay, but yeah, then the wincing comes back, and there's not a lot of protection on the bone of the hip when you fall like that.
No protection. Surprised she's not going for a quick little blade adjustment. Maybe she's going to do so. No. Normally when you toe in, that applies a lot of pressure to your blade and can affect the bend of your blade. So that's when the skaters look to go get that bolt loosened and tightened on their skate to relieve any tension that's maybe built up in the blade that affecting the bend.
Still rubbing it out. So she's looking a little more comfortable, but I imagine once some adrenaline wears off, the pain will come back a bit more. Nice round from the fans in attendance here. So it's Barbara Samugi, Chloe Olivier, Julie Latai, Uliana Dubrova, and Phoebe Stens.
Ready.
Latai is the top ranked skater in this field, but she's just getting race fit once again. So it is wide open here. Barbara Samogi leading Chloe Olivier, showing no ill effects, it seems, in second place for the moment. And it's Latai in third, getting right up there on Olivier, trying to make a pass on the inside. Olivier says, no thank you.
The hard part when you're defending your position in second, it kind of distracts your ability to try to make a pass for first.
And it is Samogi who got the reprieve. Latai trying again. Olivier, not a lot of room to go. She wasn't able to make any strides, but she hangs on for second, it seems, as Samogi takes the win.
Well, good job defending from Olivier there in second place. Latai was looking for her opportunities wherever she could.
Latai, first real race action at the world level this year, so getting back to race sharpness, and certainly invaluable lessons this weekend. She looked spry. She looked like she was game for the fight, Latai, and we'll see how that leads to next weekend.
Second times will also proceed in the tournament.
Defending that second place. Yeah, there were almost no strides in that last straightaway there.
Giving no room on the inside. And that's when you're kind of thinking, oh, I should have tried outside, but she had me covered on the inside.
So Olivier, watch that time, 45.290. If all the races go clean, then all the second place times go through. But for now, we watch that time. Second heat, Lisa Eckstein, Hao Wei-Ying, Ksenia Adamenko, Hyojin Kim, Thea Johansson. A lot of these skaters, I think all of them, have they all been out today? Maybe not Adamenko.
Yeah, not Adamenko, but the rest.
They all know the ice now. Do you think they told her, hey, watch that back corner?
Little psychological game.
Exactly. She'll figure it out.
Go to the start. Ready.
And it's Eckstein leading through the corner. Position 1, always so important.
It's a great little inside move by Adamenko. Howe was looking to go wide. Adamenko just jumped up, took the inside lane on her.
Howe trying again to get into second. Adamenko holding her off again. All the while, Lisa Eckstein saying, you guys duke it out for second. I'll take the lead, but for now, Howe coming around again. Adamenko defending and holding her off.
Nice job by Howe here on the outside. I think she's going to get all the way around by the finish. Yep.
And Eckstein trying to hang on for second and does. Eckstein really just trying to stay on her skates and somehow managed to not only stay on, but stay ahead of Adamenko for second. 45.35 would be a little bit slower than the first heat. That second place time. Adamenko defending for so long. Just nipped at the end.
There's that look at that inside move. Using her weight shift down the straightaway. Now really building well on the outside.
Is a 45.333, so just a tiny bit slower than the first heat. Dita Van Oorschot gets the home welcome. And there's confirmation of those results. Heat number 3 has Annabelle Green, Kanai Rika, Dita Van Oorschot, Liu Wan Yu, and Leah Mead.
Go to the start. Ready.
Everybody safely through that first corner, and we're off.
Well, great start from Annabelle Green here.
A big lead. Born in Canada, mom competed for Canada, father for Great Britain. She has a big, big lead. A lot of work to do for the field here. She is hanging on, 2 to go.
Annabelle Green's doing a great job of carrying her speed, not holding any long pivots.
Van Oorschot gets up into second, but it's a whole lot of skaters going for second. Mead gets up into third. She has the reach on Van Oorschot, but it is Annabelle Green, Dita Van Oorschot second. Leah Mead not able to finish the move to get up there, but she gets third.
Nice race from Annabelle Green there.
Dashed off the line and just pulled away. She was the top-ranked skater in this heat. 26th in the world.
En ook sneller dan Lisa Eckstein, de snelste. Tweede tijd tot nu toe is voor Dita Van Oorschot.
Here's Oorschot's move. Nice strides, powerful strides down the straightaway, jumping into that second position.
Here's the late move. Mead getting up to third in one corner, and then not enough room for second. And Annabelle Green off into the distance. She picked up some points in the 500 meters in Korea, so she sits 28th in the World Tour standings in the 500 meters, but one step closer to getting back into the World Tour schedule. Will be a couple races in a row for her. And Van Oorschot's time, 44.813. That's the fastest second place time we've seen so far. Start list for heat number 4. Zofia Konya, Aurélie Levesque, Petra Vankova, Hedvig Hilda, Barbara Gakova. Is Levesque from Grenoble, and Zofia Konya in your frame right now of the Falcons.
Go to the start. Ready.
Kanya using that position 1. And her and Levesque are just off into the distance, and one of the it's Hilda down. Almost got a seam in the mats there. She is a little slow to get up, but she is on her skates now. But it really is just the battle for 2 right now. Kanya and Levesque.
And this is when you're in the mind, when it's first plus then fastest times. You're saying, do I make the pass? Maybe I'll look for it at the finish.
Levesque is all over the rearview mirrors of Kanya right now. Will she make the inside move at the line? I think Levesque gets it. Went outside to inside, got the blade out. Kanya almost wire to wire. But her time. See how that holds up. There was a bit of a gap. It's a photo for first and second, so there's Hilda going down.
Great setup by Levesque.
Almost from start to finish, but already Levesque was pretty close.
There you go. So 44.6 and 44.725. That is the fastest of the repechage second place finishes. So if there are any advancements in heat number 5, you would have to think Sofia Kanya is safe.
Yes.
So not official, but almost officially official. Heat number 5 is kind of like the old-fashioned days. 4 skaters. Don't see this often anymore. Takahashi Hana, Timika Dendal, Holly Hoyland, and Yelizaveta Sidorko.
Well, the increase with the number of skaters on the line has a couple of effects. One of which is that you get more skaters in each race, so you have fewer races, so you can get more skaters through. It also makes the race a lot more exciting when you have 5 skaters, because usually creates more action within the race itself, and that's what short track's all about.
Go to the start. Ready.
And Sidorko from out in position 4 up into second, very nearly in the lead. It's Takahashi hanging on right now. Sidorko sizing up a move, perhaps.
3 more laps to go.
Dendalk now going up into second and up to the lead.
What a move by Dendalk there.
Oh, but she's down.
Oh, Dendalk caught her toe on the straightaway there, and that just tripped her up. Oh, it's going to be frustrating.
And it is Takahashi, but Sidorko pushing, and it is going to be Takahashi hanging on. 45.79. Unfortunate, a smile on her face. She knew she had it so close. Just laughing it off a little bit.
Well, at least she's laughing about it.
Such a good move to get into position. Yeah, just on her own there, gets the toe in. Throw of the arms.
Oh, yeah, her toe clipped the heel of her. So her left toe clipped the heel of her right skate, with just that you're dealing with just fractions, right? And those little things just mess up your timing.
A quick look skyward.
Saying to yourself, I had it.
It was right there.
I did everything to plan. I did what I needed to do.
Making the move from third to first in one corner, and just the incident.
Well, that was a great pass. Yeah, I don't think either of us, saw the third to first pass coming. It looked like it was just going to be the move from third to second.
Laughing that one off a little bit.
Laughing with her coach Joey Mantilla in the box.
And the lessons learned. You take the positives, and there certainly was a great move there. Just undone a little bit. So Takahashi, Hana, Yelizaveta Sidorko, both moving on, and in fact, without any advancements, all 5 second place times moving into the repechage semifinals. There is the list. They will be out next, but it is after a little bit of a break, so we get another pause to fix up the ice surface a little bit, and you'll see the 500-meter repechage semifinals coming up.
The program with women's 500 meters semifinals. En dat betekent dat we even weer terugschakelen naar onze vriend en collega DJ van Vluchten.
Ja, dankjewel Justin. We gaan inderdaad mooie dingen doen vandaag en dan zometeen nog een beetje gezelligheid bouwen natuurlijk. Nog meer gezelligheid in deze mooie ijstempel hier in de prachtige Tilburg. Maar eerst gaan we even kijken, even koekeloeren. Go be seated on the point of your seat for the important messages from our sponsors and partners.
Of de ultieme plug-in hybride SUV, de Outlander PHEV. En allemaal standaard met 8 jaar garantie. Dat is makkelijk kiezen. Hier in Tilburg zijn we vaak in beweging. Omdat het leuk is. En ook omdat het plezier geeft. Van jong tot oud. Met elkaar en voor elkaar. Zo willen we altijd. Dus doe ook mee. Want samen fun, samen fit. Ga naar sportintilburg.nl om alle mogelijkheden van sport in Tilburg te ontdekken. De nieuwe Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV staat vanaf maart in de showroom. Standaard met 8 jaar garantie. Dat is nog makkelijker kiezen.
Mooi schaatspark. Wel winnen, hè?
Go to the start. Ready? Wil jij kans maken op een Daikin Bansen? Daikin is dé trotse hoofdsponsor van heel schaatsen Nederland. 25 officiële gesigneerde 10 en 11 schaatsrossies. Snel naar Daikin.nl/Mansi. Scan de QR-code en kans op jouw Mansi.
Ja, het mooie is voor de mensen die ook kaartjes hebben voor vanmiddag. Die Mansi's van Daikin die gaan we straks ook nog een keer in het publiek inschieten. Dus als je er eentje wil, natuurlijk die QR-code moet je net even snel scannen. Maar vanmiddag heb je ook nog een keer kans natuurlijk voor die prachtige mooie Daikin Mansi. Je weet wel, Daikin is natuurlijk partner al sinds 2018 van de KNSB. Een fundament onder de Nederlandse ijssport en we zijn natuurlijk hartstikke blij mee. We hebben even een paar minuutjes, even rust zou ik even willen zeggen, dus ga lekker even zitten. Even achteruit zitten zou ik zeggen. Geniet even van de sfeer, geniet even van elkaar, maak even een klein beetje romantiek links en rechts. En dan ben ik zo meteen weer even. achterkant, heel goed. Als u dit nog 5 minuten volhoudt, beloof ik dat ik zo meteen met een one-seat die kant op kom. Ja, doseren hè, die energie. Net als Tina en Zoe. Even kijken of jullie kunnen zingen, daar komt ie. Oh, mooi op toon ook. Dat is mooi, hè? Dat is zondagochtend in het zuiden. Dan ben je gewend om psalmen te zingen, dat snap ik. En nu is het liedje van John Denver, dat is mooi. Ik ga een watje alvast pakken, ik geloof niks, maar ik zal hem alvast pakken. Kijk, dit is hem. Nog 3 minuten te gaan. U heeft dat misschien niet gezien. Ja, we zijn nog niet klaar, we hebben nog 2 minuten te gaan. Maar net kwam Prins Carnaval van Tilburg nog even hier naartoe, van Kruipstad. En ik kreeg op het naden van de sodemieter. Hij zei, het is de maand van carnaval. En het is 11:11 geweest en we hebben nog geen carnavalsliedje gehad. Dus wat mij betreft, nog 2 minuten, dan sprint ik even jullie kant op. Let op, hè. Staan waar extra punten helpen. in de lucht. U maakt meer kans als u staat, meneer. U maakt meer kans als u staat, dat hoeft niet. Ja, bent u er klaar voor? 10 seconden, 10. Jij mag niet, hè? Jij krijgt het. 3, 2, 1. We zitten één voorwaarde, maar je moet hem wel aan hebben, de rest van de kant. Dat is de enige voorwaarde. Had ik geen bij moeten zeggen. Succes, tot zometeen. Mooi! Please, can I get a very warm hand, dames en heren, mag ik een heel groot applaus voor onze winnares in de mooie duikje, Nancy Bak. En volgens mij is het familie van, Jan, volgens mij is het familie van, ja. Mooi. Het wedstrijdlicht is weer aan, dat betekent dat wij van de gezelligheid en de mooie prestaties van het publiek natuurlijk teruggaan naar de sportiviteit en de mooie prestaties van de schaatsers. Wij gaan terug naar het huis, betekent ook terug naar mijn collega's Jan. Het is gebied deze morgen en Nederland doet het goed. Absoluut. En het misschien wel een klein beetje mooier voor Nederland zometeen. Want we hebben nog straks natuurlijk in de tweede halve finale de kans voor Dieder van Oschot om door te stoten naar het middagprogramma. De hoofdshow, natuurlijk straks vanaf 1:30 starten we de wedstrijden met de mixed relay finales, de B-finale en de A-finale. Vervolgens nog dan de halve finale op de 1500 meter. We hebben de kwartfinales op de 1000. Vervolgens dan de finales van de 1500 meter voor de vrouwen. 1000 meter, halve finales voor de mannen. En ook voor hun natuurlijk de A-finale vandaag. Maar ook op de 500 meter voor de vrouwen rijden. Voor de medailles. En we sluiten de dag af met de relay van de mannen. Kortom, super tot vanmiddag, daar moet je bij zijn en die van ons gaan proberen met onze steun om daar te komen.
Big ice flood for just 2 more races. Repechage semifinal women's 500 meters. You just saw these skaters right before the break, so should be familiar. 2 races, 5 skaters per heat. Just the winner. Asterisk. Qualifying for the quarterfinals this afternoon. And if there is a race where there are advancements, well, this could certainly be that one. This one we have 2 Hungarian Falcons, Zofia Konya, Barbara Somogi, Annabelle Green, the British Royals, Hao Wei-ying of the Chinese Lungs, Lisa Eckstein of the German Wolves. And interesting to watch the battle between Konya and Green, closely ranked in the world rankings, and both we saw got off to very fast starts last time.
Go to the start. Ready.
And it is Green out of position 1 to the lead. Once she's there, last time around, she just put it into another gear. Nobody could stay close. Different race this time.
Well, Annabelle Green's doing a great job of just skating right to the turns through this race. No long pivot holds. She's just constantly building speed, doing the same thing she did in the previous semi-final here.
Somogi gets up into third, bumps her teammate Konya, Everybody's still on their skates as Annabelle Green still in front at the bell. There are the challenges coming. Hao Wei-ying making the move. Zofia Konya right there. Green trying to hang on. She has the inside. Here comes Hao. It's Green leading it, and listed as the one who took it.
Hao just carrying her speed so well on the outside. Surprised they didn't even call a photo finish there. It looked.
I think it still merits one.
Yeah.
If it's just my instinct. I thought it certainly was closer than something that did not need a photo.
Well, what the times are being picked off is using the transponders. So athletes are wearing transponders on the ankles. So that's what collects the times for us initially. But then they have to go look at the photo finish and see where those blades actually were relative to the line when they crossed it.
And it is sorted out. It is Annabelle Green taking it, a 44.406, and there it is, 14 thousandths of a second the difference there in the end, and it is Annabelle Green hanging on by the thinnest of margins.
That's only 14 thousandths of a second. Congratulations.
Well, another great skate from Annabelle Green.
And she potentially a chance to pick up some more points this afternoon on World Tour. A good skate from Hao Wei-ying, 24-year-old from China. And a big ovation for the hometown skater. Dita Van Oorschot in heat number 2. In tough in this one, Aurélie Levesque, Chloé Olivier, Takahashi Hana, and Yelisaveta Sidorko.
Go to the start. Ready.
Levesque in a good battle with Konya, just getting her at the line in the quarterfinal, and at least on form, she looks like she would be tough to beat, and she's off right now.
Dita Van Oorschot has some work to do to close this gap up. Levesque off to a very quick start to this race, still building her speed. Oorschot trying to close her down. She's separating herself from the rest of the field.
Sidorko stumbled, and that's why the Ukrainian Wildcat is at the back there. That allowed Olivier to get up into third. Van Oorschot is closing now.
See if she can carry this speed. Look for one big move at the finish. That gap's getting smaller.
Aurélie Levesque has a lion ready to pounce, and it is the French Rooster just hanging on. A good race from Aurélie Levesque, and she liked that one.
Breathing that sigh of relief. Job done, going through for some points this afternoon.
A valiant effort from Dita Van Oorschot. Just not enough time to close that gap as we see the replay. Let's watch the reaction to see how she thought about that one. Good result for her. Some good results from the French skaters this weekend. She'll be into the World Tour. Levesque moving on.
Een zeer sterke Française die de hoogste plaatste was op die wereldranglijst. Geen schande. En dat betekent dat wij een break gaan hebben.
And Green and Levesque moving through, and that's all she wrote for the morning session on the final day of competition here in Tilburg. The ISU Short Track World Tour stop number 5. You see the time coming up. That is in just under 2 hours time from now. And we'll be back for the World Tour session. The race for the medals, the race for the points, as the chase for the ISU Short Track Crystal Globe continues. Until we rejoin you this afternoon, on behalf of Tyler Darren, everybody involved in making this production what it is, my name is Gavin Day. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.
The Polish Hussars, the American Eagles, and the Dutch Lions. It's time for a small break now. 13:32, we will have the mixed relay B final. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you for attending our morning session. Dankjewel.